Hello, my lovely humans, it's FCA, and today we are going to be going on a little ULIKE journey. So ULIKE is the name of an at-home, very popular at-home hair laser removal system. This is not my first time using it. I have used it before, so I have more of an understanding of it, but I figured I would share it with all of you. I had to pay for this with my own money. It is a very expensive product. It's about $400 once you include taxes, and there's always random fees and stuff, but I did not pay the $392 plus tax stuff. There was a July 4th sale when I bought this, and it was significantly reduced by about, I think it was almost $100 off. And then I also had an additional percent code from spinning the little wheel at the beginning, since it was my first time, and I got an additional 30% off of that. And there was also free shipping and handling with the July 4th sales pitch. So I did pay significantly less, and I also put it on a payment plan. So I did not pay all of that at once. That would be almost an entire paycheck at once for me. So I did have to budget, and I had been saving for it. This is something that I have been looking into and wanting for about a year, and that was a good enough sale, good enough deal that I was willing to go into purchasing it. So I don't have any fancy discount codes. I was not sent it for free in any way, shape, or form. So these are all of my own opinions without any sales things. So one of the things, or there's a set of things that you can get for free with the purchase of it. It says limited time deal, but I have a feeling that you would get it anytime. That is just my speculation. That is not a fact. But one of the things that came, the set came for free with the device itself, was a set of goggles. You have to have these. So even if you don't get it for free, you do have to purchase these, because it tells you in the manual that you have to wear the protective goggles, because there is a laser in some places very close to your face. So you have to wear the goggles. And I actually have to put my contacts in before I start this, so hold on a second. All right, there we go. I had just been comfortable wearing my glasses all day and just didn't think about it. But anyway, then you also get this ULIKE Beauty body lotion. And I was just using my own lotion. After you use it, it is recommended to use some kind of a body lotion or cold compress, because there's a lot of heat that comes with it. So this is what the bottle looks like. You can get bigger containers of this on the ULIKE site. And you also get a razor, because you actually have to make sure whatever area you are going to be shaving or going to be using the laser on is hair free. That way it can get to those follicles directly. Now there is, I will put up the things where it says what is good hair and skin colors. This is not recommended for people with very light hair. This is not recommended for people with super fine hair. This is also not recommended for people with darker skin or red hair. So if you have like red facial hair, or if maybe your bikini area has red hair follicles, it is not as effective in those areas. And deeper skin tones, it just does not, for whatever reason, work. I don't know if it's something to do with the laser's ability to recognize the hair follicles, or if it would just burn the skin, because it is trying to target dark colored hairs. It doesn't really explain why. That's just what the manual says, and it's also not recommended for, I did say light colored hair, but that includes like white hair or gray hairs. You want to remove it before it gets to that point. It's your body, your business, but that is what it recommends. So we're gonna go ahead and get started into that. So here is your power strip, your power cord. It was just out of reach. And it has a little ULIKE name, and then the device itself, I keep it in the pouch. This is the pouch that it came in. This is the one. It comes in 3 different colors. You can get it in a pastel pink and white, or in this lavender purple. This is the color that I chose. This is what the front laser looks like, and you want to make sure that you have a good contact with your skin, otherwise it won't work. And let me tell you, it feels the most uncomfortable for me around my upper lip area, and it didn't bother me at all on my chin or my stomach. But let's go ahead and do the demo. I did go ahead and make sure to wash up some of my areas, because you want to have it to be as clean and dry as possible so that this has the best chance of making contact and that it will not hurt you. Because again, heat, laser, directed at your face. So when you first turn it on, it makes this little bit of a sound. And this is on fast mode. That is recommended for areas like under your arm or your bikini area where the hair tends to be thicker and more coarse. And then there are different modes, and you see what they're on. With this has the cooling technology, and this will be lit up to show that it is working. You just hit the power button to change mode. So now it's on normal mode. There's high, and then when you double press it, you can get the super hair removal. But we are going to start with fast mode. Oh, no, sorry. We're going to start with normal mode for your face. Sorry. Almost gave misinformation there. And you cannot use this around your eyes. One, because you need these looking super cool to do that. And no, I did not remove the tag. I just left it on there. It didn't bother me any. So, I have my mirror in front of me. And here we go. So you see you have a light here. I was trying to find where the button spot was. So you see when you're pressing it and nothing happens, that means it's not getting a good direct contact. Then we're off. So when I'm doing the upward motion here, I had my eyes closed. I don't know if you can see through these things, but there is starting to be some mild bit of redness here, bit of redness underneath here, and it is like, it feels hot and cold at the same time because it has an emerald cooling technology. So it has this immediate cold rush that comes out. Like I said, it's the most sensitive up here. This is where I feel it the most. I didn't feel it as much down here. So let's try a more intense area under the arms. I'm gonna move where my mirror is, that way you guys can see this better too. So we have it on fast mode for this. And again, this didn't hurt me at all when I've done this before. But yeah, you see how sometimes if you have to make sure that you get it nice and in, and you want to try not to do the same area, the exact area twice. So I kind of go by feel. There we go. And like wherever I don't feel that heat, cold, hot, cold sensation, I'm like, okay, it's okay to move down the area. This part is really hard to hit for me, and like this area of my arm is hard for me to hit. But yes, and so I'm gonna continue that off camera for the rest of me. But yeah, that is the ULIKE device. This is my third time using it. The way that it recommends using it is you use it once, see how it works for you, see what settings are good for you, and then you do it again the next day, take a couple days off, do another couple sessions, and you do that over the course of about a month or so. Some different parts of the body take longer than others. And it does recommend doing a skin test before your first treatment. I did a skin test on the side of my face first, and everything seemed okay with the normal mode. It has a feather on it. I don't know if it was easy to see when it lights up, because that's the softest version of the laser mode. And then let's see, wait 24 hours. And then the super hair removal is best for coarse hair areas. And you should flash each treatment area for those 2 to 3 times. The other ones are 1 time each. You don't want to go over it. Then you also just, it gives you instructions on how to clean it. You do want to make sure you clean your device. You make sure that it's unplugged, and you don't get it washed, but you use a clean dry cloth to wipe off the surface, and you store it in an area that is a dry, dust-free environment. So keeping it in the duster bag is important, or is beneficial in that way, so you don't have to keep the giant box. And so yeah, and again, this redness isn't super bad. It seems a little more in real life. I can see it a little more than you maybe can, but it doesn't hurt under my arm at all. It doesn't hurt under here at all. I do still have a little bit of a tingling feeling up here, but your upper lip area is more sensitive than other parts of your face and body too. So that is what is going on. You're supposed to notice a 96% hair removal, like lack of growth of the hair after 2 weeks. Again, this is my third time using it, and I already had a reduction in the upper lip area. Normally I have to kind of attend to this area, but the hair has not been growing back fast. And I get a couple hairs, like I get about 5 to 6 really dark long hairs around my chin, and that's what I'm going for removing. This is not advised for peach fuzz, so that is what we have there. I can give an update in a couple weeks time, but that is my use of the ULIKE at home hair removal system, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, my lovely humans.